Okay, we always talk about follow-up is where the fortune is at. Guys, let's go back and let's dig. The fact is, everyone can and will buy. So this applies to customers that you're dealing with and customers that you have dealt with. You've probably dealt with a handful of people every single month that you weren't able to get purchased, that they didn't have the credit to buy a car, they didn't have the down payment. Maybe you didn't have the right vehicle, but the fact is that same person can and will buy from somewhere. So if there was something that was holding the deal back at that time, go back, revisit it, call that person, text that person, email that person, present new information to get them in the door. And if it's somebody that you're with that you think is a waste of time, don't treat them that way, because remember, at some point they can and will purchase. Either they will change their expectations, they'll bring them down to reality, or something will change in their life, or they'll get their credit better. They'll come upon a large down payment, maybe tax time, maybe they got a good job, maybe all the above. Maybe they started making their payments, their credit got better, and they came down to reality a little bit. And because you're the only person that followed up in the city with them, they come to you when it's time to make a deal. So because everyone can buy and everyone will buy at some point, they all need a vehicle, every customer. Stay in contact with them, treat everyone with the utmost respect, and remember that everyone can and will buy. So go back in your database, go back in your CRM months, figure out which deals you couldn't get done and revisit them. It doesn't have to be a quick, long call, but call them. See if anything has changed. Invite them to come back in. See if they've got the money down. Don't waste your time, but whatever it was that was holding them back from making that deal, call them and address it. If they needed money down, hey, this is Daniel checking in from ABC Motors. I wanted to call and wish you well. How have you been? Good? You've been good? Awesome. Hey, I was thinking about you. I want to help you get a car. Did you come up with that down payment? Or if they needed a cosigner, hey, did you come up with that cosigner? Whatever it was that was holding them back from making that deal, I want you to go touch base with them, create a nice little conversation, 10, 15 seconds, and then get right to it. Ask them if they've mended their ways, if they've come up with that down payment, if they've got the cosigner, whatever it was that was holding them back. Find out if they've resolved that situation. And there's a certain amount of those calls that will have resolved it or will have had different expectations and are willing to make some concessions. And I guarantee you can find a deal or two or three every single month simply by going back and touching base with those deals that you couldn't make before. And now you can make a couple of them. So go back in your CRM, find the people who you couldn't make those deals with, and get them in so you can make those deals.